Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at something honestly pretty insane. I don't really get how things like this happen, especially on a platform like YouTube where the protocol for something like this happening is supposed to be pretty much outlined fully. Like, you're supposed to kind of know what's going to happen when things like these kind of, I guess, pop up. But to see this kind of be something that multiple people now have had to deal with, and possibly even more in the coming days, these are the kinds of things I feel like really destroy a lot of creators' trust in this platform. YouTube as a platform, you know, there's always the good and the bad. But when constant mess-ups like this are a possibility that can literally destroy your entire channel, then how can creators really feel safe? How can people really feel okay on this platform? I don't really know, man, but this is something that has been kind of unfolding over the last few days, especially over on Twitter. In this video, we're going to go ahead with examples with two different creators. You might know at least one of them. At Arliss, also known as Lieutenant Cobra, was the first one that I saw with this entire situation kind of unfold. Then it's now also happened to another YouTuber, going by anonymity on YouTube. So YouTube obviously definitely has a lot of broken elements and aspects to the platform. There's been a lot of things people have been complaining about for years when it comes to how things are enforced on the website, the policy changes, things like that. Now this is one that seemingly happened without anyone really noticing, which I think makes it even more of a threat to the creator ecosphere. So this first all kind of unfolded with Lieutenant Cobra, also known as Arliss. As you can see by the screenshot here, this was a video that Lieutenant Cobra made years ago. Apparently this video was actually uploaded all the way back in 2018, which really kind of, I guess, draws the question, why was this even something that got really hit in the first place? And if it was so bad, why was nothing done beforehand? But the video, Fortnite in a Nutshell, was a 5.5, almost 6 minute long video that apparently was glorifying violent criminal organizations and inciting violent acts against individuals or a defined group of people. Now, and usually on YouTube here, when you kind of have one of these issues where maybe, I guess, you upload a video that's too edgy or whatever for the platform, you get the opportunity to get a warning strike, which is supposed to mean that YouTube doesn't take any action against your channel, right? They see something that maybe you did in a video or posted, they give you the warning, the one opportunity to kind of change your behavior, they tell you what you did, they outline the guideline or whatever, and they move on. Now that makes sense, right? I mean, obviously you can't just upload anything and everything to YouTube, and if you do upload something that is genuinely against the guidelines, then yeah, it makes sense to get this kind of warning. And then after that, if you continue to act the way that you are, then they do something about it. That's not what happened here. In fact, I think we all can tell that this video, Fortnite in a Nutshell, which is about Fortnite, I'm going to assume, is not going to be glorifying violent criminal organizations. It's not like, you know, he's like, yeah, this is basically Fortnite in a nutshell. Hey, stand the Mexican mafia. Hey, you guys like MS-13? What do you think about Rollin' 60 Crip, right? Like, doesn't really make any sense. There's no context in which that would make any sense for them to do this in a video. So I'm going to assume that this was definitely a little bit of an overreach and was policies being enforced that should not have been enforced at this point in time. Now, the problem, though, with this enforcement, quote-unquote, is that this warning was not just a warning. Instead of just giving a message that says, like, hey, you can't do this again or you're going to get your account hit with some sort of punishment, they actually instead permanently demonetized Lieutenant Cobra's channel, which means that from here on out, any participation in the YouTube partner program and getting ads on the channel would not have been possible. Now, obviously that's not really a warning. To take someone's entire livelihood away from them, take their opportunity to ever make money on your platform again, that is not a warning. That is one of the most strict punishments that you can really kind of lay out, especially on a website like YouTube. It's basically like a couple steps below just flat out deleting someone's entire channel. Now, it was actually continued with this message here. Hi, Lieutenant Cobra. We have suspended monetization on your channel, Lieutenant Cobra, for non-compliance with our partner program policies. This may include community guidelines violations and/or copyright issues on your live or deleted videos. Here's what you need to know and do to have your monetization reinstated. Number 1, resolve your copyright or community guidelines issues. And number 2, deleting videos will not resolve community guideline or copyright issues. So it was kind of backed up, it seems like, by YouTube. This is, of course, an automated message, but from what I understand, YouTube did continue to kind of stand by what they did, and after a manual review, confirmed the permanent demonetization of this channel, and kind of made another huge situation out of it with that. So now this isn't the end of this entire situation, okay, because this has happened to at least one other creator that we've seen. At Team YouTube, what the hell is going? My second channel just got terminated. It got separate new community guideline strikes for content that falls directly in community guidelines, and it still got terminated. What the fuck? Hi, Anonymity 2. We have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our community guidelines. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If we think a channel severely violates our policies, we take it down to protect other users on the platform, but if you believe we've made the wrong call, you can appeal this decision. You'll find more information about the policy in question and how to submit an appeal below. And it was hit for content that glorifies violent criminal organizations or incites violent acts against individuals, which is the exact same thing that Lieutenant Cobra actually got his channel hit for. So this seems kind of like some sort of problem with YouTube and what they're detecting, I guess, with their systems and what's getting flagged and what's getting reviewed, okay? Because I'm also going to assume that this person probably did not incite violence or glorify Al-Qaeda in their video or anything crazy like that, right? So of course, at Team YouTube kind of becomes like the lifeline between creators and YouTube because YouTube honestly is very unresponsive anywhere else, and Team YouTube is pretty much always an automated reply, but I mean, obviously getting a robot to respond is better than getting no response at all. So this seems like a pretty common problem that's kind of unfolding on the platform. We've seen 2 people now get hit by this, and I feel like we're going to see more. Now, I do want to provide a little bit of an update with the Lieutenant Cobra situation with his strike, or whatever you want to call it. Following up, we heard back from the team, and they confirmed that your removal from the YouTube Partner Program was an over-enforcement of our policies. While this video will stay down, you should see that your channel has been reinstated into the YouTube Partner Program. Thanks for being patient while we sorted this out. I'm just confused on something like this because I don't get how you messed this up. Now, apparently it was manually reviewed, right? Which is supposed to mean, especially with YouTube, right, that an actual person goes over it. Obviously, YouTube is a massive website. The vast majority of content issues are sorted out by automated bots. Your copyright issues, demonetization, things like that are really all detected and kind of attacked, if you want to say that, by the bots on the website, by these, far-reaching systems that YouTube has set up. Obviously, they are not 100% accurate. It's pretty much impossible to expect them to be 100% accurate. But when we have a real person look at this, who's supposed to know all of the fucking rules, who's supposed to know how to enforce things on the platform, they're literally working for YouTube, and they fuck up this badly, obviously there's a problem there. It's essentially like going into Walmart, right? And you're looking for something, so you go up to one of the employees and you say, hey, I'm looking for Coke Zero. And they say, sorry, well, I don't know where Coke Zero is, even though obviously that would be clearly outlined in soda or whatever. The only difference is this can legitimately fuck people's lives up, can legitimately fuck their careers up and cause everlasting damage, especially if they're falsely hit by something like this and they lose their income, are permanently demonetized because of a bot fucking up and then another real person actually messing up even more. I can't necessarily fault the bots all the time, right? Because they're doing their job, they're doing what they're designed to do. Yeah, they're going to have some hiccups, but I can blame a real person who is supposed to be trained to know what they're doing, and then they still mess up. So who knows if this is going to be a continuing issue on the platform? Obviously, we can only hope that it won't be, and that this is going to be something that has been resolved permanently. Maybe YouTube has kind of seen this situation unfolding, and maybe somebody who isn't a complete moron there on the Real People team can kind of take a look at it and get something fixed. Anyways, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, just waiting to see if YouTube gets me next, and signing out.